it off for Arizona. And he takes a pitch high, ball one ball and no strikes. 61 degrees, a cool afternoon on this Father's Day. And a change at the knees for a strike. Ball and a strike. That's been a very big pitch for him, Mike.
He's been terrific, and you look at Felix and everybody thinks about the good fastball that he has, but you're right, Dave. His changeup has been a really good pitch for him.
Felix has, in his last 37 and 2/3 innings, given up only 3 earned runs, an earned run average of 0.72.
The thing about his changeup is it's not just the difference in speed from his fastball, but it's the movement that he's been able to get on his changeup. It really, really has a lot of movement. Has a good two-seam fastball, but his changeup has been terrific.
Very nice crowd on hand. Should be over 30,000 again this afternoon. The 2-2 pitch. And a change foul back and into the camera well. The Mariners finally, for the 3rd time, reaching the 500 mark. They were at 16-16, 30-30. Now they're at 34-34. And a ground ball foul at the first baseline. Carpenter fielded in foul territory. The bullpen is kind of a mess. David Artsma has been unbelievable coming out of the pen, as the closer will not be closing today. He's worked in 4 of the last 5 games. Too high. Ball 3-2. That's one thing. Felix can get an inning where he's really struggling. And then all of a sudden something will click and he'll run off 15 in a row, retire. Not to say this guy's going to get on. He may not. But he has gone full on him, 3-2. And there's a little looper hit into left center field for a base hit. So Felipe Lopez thumbs one into left center field. And Stephen Drew will be the hitter.
I think the biggest difference with Felix is going what you're talking about, Dave, is that like a lot of really good starters, if they're going to have some struggles, it'll be in the first couple of innings, just trying to figure out what is working for them, what pitches they have command of, making some adjustments, and then after that they'll settle down and pitch well. And we've seen that from the Mariner starters as a whole for the most part. I think that's true with Jared Washburn. Same thing, first couple innings. Once he gets through that, he's really good. Nothing unusual about it. In the past, though, it's been in the middle of the game where he's had his problems, and that has not been the case over the last 5 outings for him.
Stephen Drew taking a strike. I think it goes along with the theory against any good pitcher. Get him early or don't get him at all.
Absolutely.
1 strike on Stephen Drew. Good 94-mile-an-hour pitch right there. I tend to forget his kid is only 23 years of age. Happy Father's Day to Felix. Another couple. And a looper down the left field line, and that's going to drop untouched at the reach of Chris Woodward. Adrian Beltre has really got a sore shoulder. That's the same shoulder that was operated upon during the winter. It's stiff. He had to leave for a pinch hitter, Ronnie Cedeno, last night. And given a rest today, he'll get a rest tomorrow, of course. I think the off day is coming at a great time.
I think so, too. They really need it. As you mentioned, Artsman is not available to give the bullpen an extra day of rest. If Felix can work deep into the game today, that would really be nice for the bullpen to get a couple of days.
Too high. 1-2. After tomorrow, the Mariners have only one more off day until the All-Star break, and that will be in New York. And the runner goes, swung on a miss, throw through to second base. It is not quite in time. So Stephen Drew down on strikes. Gerke's throw The Betancourt not quite in time to get Lopez, who has steal number 5.
Well, Lopez gets a pretty good jump off of Felix. Take a look at Jamie. The pitch is down in the zone, a little bit tougher for him to come up throwing, but it looked like Lopez probably had it stolen either way.
Justin Upton, who cranked out a long home run at the back of the Arizona dugout last night. Arizona bullpen, I should say, not dugout, out in left field. His home run ended a string of 17 in a row being shut down by Jason Vargas, who's just fabulous. Vargas retired 20 of the final 21 men to face him. Speaking of changeups, he had a dandy last night. 1-0.
You mentioned the home run with Upton in last night's ball game. He ended up with 3 hits in the game, and I think in the 2 days he's been pretty impressive, hitting the ball hard all over the ballpark.
2-0.
Hitting .321 coming into the game today.
And he'll step away. Make Felix wait a second or so. And a breaking ball, nicely thrown. 87-mile-an-hour slider. And a high fly ball hit to fairly deep right field. That should get the runner to third as Ichiro makes the catch there. Felipe Lopez will easily move from second to third, but with 2 away now. And Mark Reynolds will try to get a clutch 2-out base hit. The breeze that we have might be a little bit of a factor here this afternoon because it's blowing out toward right field at 6 miles an hour. Usually it's quite calm. Strike on Reynolds. Got him set up.
Reynolds has 18 home runs on the year for the Diamondbacks, but he also has fanned 97 times. All out in front of the league leader and as far as strikeouts go.
I'm not sure I'd throw him an 0-2 fastball.
I'll probably throw a couple of pitches off the plate.
He did. There's one of them. Barely off the plate. And a fly ball to right field, and Ichiro will move over, almost overran the ball. He makes the catch easily, and here in the first inning, the D-backs leave Felipe Lopez at third base. We are underway. Good to have you with us. Happy Father's Day. The Mariners coming up. Moving into the bottom half of the first inning, Mike, let's have a look at the Mariners lineup.
Okay, a lot of changes in the lineup today for Don Wakamatsu. Ichiro lead things off, and it's Chris Woodward. Karp getting the start at first. He'll hit third. Sweeney, Gutierrez, Valentine back in left field. Bedcourt, Jamie Burke behind the plate hitting eighth. And Ronnie Cedeno, the second baseman, will hit ninth. Take a look at the numbers for Davis this year. Pretty good ERA. Has struggled with his record. Run support has been an issue for him. And the defense behind him. You have Burns, Parr, and Upton in the outfield. Across the infield, it'll be Reynolds, Ojeda, Lopez, and Tony Clark, the veteran, at first. And doing the catching today will be Montero.
So here's Ichiro to lead it off. And the slider down low, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Davis, particularly with people on, is extremely slow. And usually takes a lot of time. Breaking ball, fly ball, popped up. Easy out there for Parra. And so one down.
See, he struggled a little bit here at Safeco Field. ERA of 5.5. One of the things of note, Dave was talking about runners on. He has a good move to first base, so the guys, it's going to be difficult for them to steal second. Might be able to steal third today, but pretty good move. Will pick some guys off if you get too far off of first base.
Chris Woodward, the last couple of games, his play's been phenomenal. 4 for 7, taking a strike, and he's 3 for 3 against Doug Davis in his major league career. One and one. And that's a slider to Sun. That's that corner one. A little bit unusual leg kick.
He has a little bit of a pause. You can see him right there. Just kind of drifts towards home plate. Might affect the guy's timing the first time through.
And that big jug outside. Very outside. Backdoor breaking ball. It just missed. As Mike mentioned, he will try to expand the strike zone on you. If he starts getting that call, he'll be tough.
He'll be tough.
Breaking ball, foul back.
And what it is smart pitching. He'll stay, like right now, to the right-handed hitters. He'll stay on that outside corner, and he'll try to get the home plate umpire Adrian Johnson to work on, start calling strikes, and he'll slowly start moving that pitch out. He has pretty good control, so he's able to do that.
And a ground ball foul. We might add, this is the first time we've ever seen Adrian Johnson work behind the plate. Although the umpires will tell you they all have the same strike zone, that's not true at all.
I don't see how they can. They're human beings, and they see things differently.
And just low and outside, so obviously he's not going to get just off the plate outside, at least.
Not early.
No, not early. And Mike Karp will be the hitter. Karp, who made a fine debut at a base hit his first official trip to the plate. He walked as a pinch hitter his first at bat, but then in his first official trip as a starter, he singled sharply into right center field, taking a strike on the inside corner. Far inside. Ball, 1 strike to count. Nick Green, Red Sox just hit one down the right field line just inside the pesky pole to beat Atlanta 6-5 this afternoon. We'll be at Fenway 2 weeks from today. And that gets away from the catcher. Down to second base. Better get down in a hurry. Out at second base is Woodward. Good scrambling throw by Montero. And Woodward is shot down 2-6.
Well, it's a really nice play by Montero. He recovers quickly. When you're on the base paths, all you can see is that the ball kicked away. You can't really tell a lot of times how far away from the catcher it is, but I think it's a good gamble to try to make it down there. Saw Montero bounce that throw. So it was a nice play by Ojeda, the shortstop, to pick it and put the tag down.
A outside ball, 3-1.
You can see Davis is not happy with the strike zone so far.
Back with a breaking ball. Carpenter's not fooled on that pitch.
No, he'll throw a lot of cutters too to the left-handers. He'll try to throw it inside off the plate and have the cutter come back onto the inside corner, so the lefties can't give up on pitches that look like they're going to be in.
Another breaking ball. Doug Davis is a survivor of thyroid cancer. And he lost it. So Carp to first base, and Mike Sweeney will be the hitter. Sweeney a big hit in the 7th inning of last night's ball game to give the Mariners the lead they never gave up. Winning last night 7-3. There's that move Mike was referring to, a good one. Again, not quite dotting the I there.
He's not happy about it. He knows he has to pitch on the corner. See that last pitch? It's off the plate away. It'll be interesting to watch him as he moves through this game. And so far, the Mariners doing a nice job of showing some patience. 18 pitches here in the first. You'd like to run them as quickly as you can, get into their bullpen. But I think one of the biggest strengths that Jamie Moyer, who Davis reminds me a lot of, is he's stubborn. Jamie Moyer will continue to throw pitches on that corner or just off it until he finally starts getting calls, and we'll see if Davis is able to do that.
And a high pop-up down the right field line into the stands. Dodgers and the Angels, with the Dodgers winning last night, they'll be playing the Sunday night game in Anaheim. Texas and the Giants, no score in the second. In San Francisco. And a drive into left center field, charging in on the run. Eric Burns making the one-handed catch to retire the side. Here in the first, nothing doing. When we come back, it'll be Parra, Montero, and Clark for Arizona. No score.
Northwest.
And welcome back to Safeco Field, where Gerardo Parra, the center fielder of the Diamondbacks, will lead it off here in the second inning against the right-hander Felix Hernandez. Then the catcher, Montero. Then switch hitting first baseman Tony Clark. Wide of third. Backhanded on the outfield grass, and the throw to first base. Not in time. Gets by the first baseman. And the runner not paying much attention. He's staring down the right field line. So that'll be an infield hit for Parra.
Take a look at it. It was a nice play by Betancourt. Once it gets past Woodward over at third, tries to make the throw across the diamond. You're right. He never saw it get past Carp. That's because he was by first base by the time the ball was past Carp, so he never saw it. Mariners catch a break.
Miguel Montero. The catcher fouls it away on one. After today's game, the Mariners become huge Diamondback fans, because they will open up a 3-game series at home against the Texas Rangers beginning on Tuesday. They'll have a 3-game series with the Rangers, and then 3 more with the Angels. The Mariners 3 with San Diego, and then they're off to Dodger Town. Line drive base hit to center field. Nicely struck by Montero. And big Tony Clark will be the hitter. Clark just coming back from a hand and wrist injury. Coming back off the DL to begin this series here in Seattle. I don't know. The breeze blowing in Clark's favor. Pretty good clip right now, straight out toward right field.
I think a lot of the times the pitchers are aware of the breeze, like you were mentioning, Dave, and that's why Felix so far, all 3 of the left-handed hitters, he's pitched them away. Hasn't come inside yet, and if he does, he'll probably come way inside just to move him off the plate a little bit.
One and 2 on him. And a line drive base hit to right field. That's going to load the bases with nobody out. 3 solid singles. And Eric Burns will be the hitter.
Sure, this is something that Don Wakamatsu didn't want to see, with Ardsman not available. Bullpen's having to work. Felix, now this next pitch will be his 30th, and he still doesn't have an out here in the second.
Low. strikeout pitcher. Could use one right here.
4th in the league with 90 strikeouts coming into the game today.
All right, Montero and Clark at 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Here in the 2nd, we have no score. Pulled to 3rd. Step on the bag there. Come to the plate for the double play. How about that? Nice play by Chris Woodward to get the twin killer. Got the force on Montero and then came to the plate to get Parra.
It's a terrific play. It's Woodward, the utility infielder, sees the ball, takes him right to 3rd, then makes an easy throw for Jamie Burke to handle. Doesn't try to rush it. It's a terrific double play.
Very rarely see a double play like that. This is Ojeda. And the shortstop takes outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Strike. Woodward showing his experience. So of course Beltre would have too, but you got to put a young third baseman over there on that play. He may just immediately come to home plate.
Yep, you're absolutely right. And Beltre would play it just like Woodward did, but he does it every day. He's experienced. He wouldn't even think about it. But when you have somebody different over there, you never know what's going to happen. So he really, I mean, that was a really good play. And a lot of times, as you mentioned, it's a veteran player, somebody that thinks ahead. And basically the key to that play on where you're going to go is where the ball is hit. And because it was hit towards 3rd, it's easier to step on the bag. If it had been to his left, he probably doesn't come home at all. He takes a double play the other way and gives up the run. But that's just thinking ahead and being aware of what's going on.
1-2 on Ojeda. He went around. Yes, he did. So how about that? Bases loaded, nobody out, and the Diamondbacks go away with a big sipperoo. We go to the bottom half of the 2nd inning and still no score. On exit, take home a baseball featuring Edgar Martinez's signature, printed right on the sweet spot, sponsored by ING Direct. Let's it through any of the 4 major gates to pick up this unique collectible. For tickets, you can visit Mariners.com. Well, we're going to close the roof here with some angry clouds overhead. Roof beginning to close as Franklin Gutierrez takes 2 high. Doug Davis, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes to come. You have a roof, threatening skies. Why not take advantage of it?
lot of guys in Colorado when they weren't able to close it.
How about Colorado? They've lost one game since we left them. Tampa Bay beat them the night after we got left there, and they haven't lost since. They're amazing.
They were on a great run before the Mariners showed up there. Been playing terrific for new manager Jim Tracy.
So Gutierrez is gone. Strikeout number 1 for Doug Davis.
I think it will be interesting to see how Felix goes the rest of the way. One of the things we talked about at the top is you get a guy in trouble early and you better get him. Well, that was a Houdini act right there for Felix to get out of that inning. So hopefully he'll settle down and get through a couple of quick ones because of his pitch count.
Here's Ballantine, the new regular left fielder for the Mariners, who had a terrific night last night. A home run, a single, eye-popping catch to end the ball game. Down low and outside, throwing ball 1 ball and no strikes, with Miguel Montero hitting the ball right down the left field line into the stands, and he went into the stands and brought it back to end the ball game. Too far low, ball 2, 2-0.
You have to wonder with a young player like Ballantine. I know that Alan Cockrell, the hitting coach, has worked with him a lot this year, but now he's in a situation where he's going to get an opportunity to play and not have to look over his shoulder because Chavez was here. Maybe he'll relax a little bit and you'll see a little bit more of the athleticism that he has.
Yeah, I know before the ball game, that's Alan Cockrell right there, that Wakamatsu called this young man into his office and said, well, it's yours now. Take it and run with it. Basically showing some confidence in him.
Yeah.
With Endy Chavez out for the rest of the year, a chance to really make a name for yourself.
Yeah, and I think it's not unusual for a young player to do that, especially when you have a player the caliber of Chavez, who's doing a nice job for the Mariners, can do a lot of different things for you. So his playing time had been limited, but now that Endy is going to have the season-ending surgery, why not run with it?
Full count on him. Got it. So 2 away, both on strikeouts here in the second.
Looks like another fastball up and out over the plate. Just swings through it.
Uni, the shortstop up there with 2 outs. Nice little breaking ball for a strike. Another one, same pitch. Darker with the roof closing, of course. And looks like these clouds are probably going to dissipate and move away, but once the roof is closed and the ball game is underway, they do not reopen the roof. Slow changeup, and I think Davis was headed over toward the dugout.
I think he was too. That pitch clearly up and out of the zone. Take a look at it. Big, slow, off the plate, trying to get Betancourt to chase it.
Too low. And a line drive into left field, and charging up again to make the catch is Eric Burns. Second fine catch he has made to retire the side. Here in the second, 3 up and 3 down. Second time through the line of Felix Hernandez when we come back. There is no score. With the threatening weather outside, we have no score, and we have the Aflac trivia question for it. So who am I? Question. The clue: I broke an 84-year-old drought in the National League with my performance on Father's Day, 1964. I threw 2 no-hitters, but I'm best known for my work off the field. As you look at Felipe Lopez foul the first pitch out of play, 0-1.
I bet you know this.
No, I don't. I can work on it, but threw 2 no-hitters. I know Steve Busby threw 2 no-hitters for the Kansas City Royals, but I think it was later than that.
What does Steve Busby do off the field? If it was more
he works for the Texas Rangers in radio and television.
Oh, okay.
So I don't think he's better known for that than his pitching. So I think that's probably wrong. I think Busby's back in 1970. Do you have any idea?
Not yet.
And right on the outside corner. See you, Felipe. That's 3 strikeouts now for Felix Hernandez.
Take a look at this last pitch from Felix, just right on the outside corner. Jamie Burke does a nice job of framing that pitch. Maybe got one for Felix.
Yeah, I was going to say, I might add, he's getting that call where Doug Davis is not getting the call from the other side.
Yeah, and I think maybe it's more angles. Felix throwing a 2-seamer that starts on the plate and runs off the corner, where Davis is throwing his cutter and it's starting off the plate and trying to run it back onto the corner. And so he probably would like Adrian Johnson to stay with that pitch a little bit longer, speaking of Davis.
1-1. Father's Day, by the way, 100 years old today. Where was the first Father's Day?
Where was the first Father's Day?
Which town celebrated the first Father's Day?
I don't know.
Spokane, Washington.
Really?
Really. A swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Something else is 100 years old today. The Ferris wheel.
Did that start in Spokane also?
No, it started in Chicago. 2 balls and 2 strikes at the Chicago Exposition. And strike 3 called at the knees.
Well, we talked about it. Felix struggling through the first 2 innings, and he comes out this inning and gets a couple of strikeouts looking, which is a good sign. It means his command of those pitches are really good. Hitting the corners, the hitters can't even offer a swing at him. Can't do anything with those pitches, so that's a good sign.
Justin Upton is the hitter. Well, what a future this young man. He's just 21 years old. One and one.
Through his first 2 at bats, Felix has really done a nice job of staying inside on Upton. Nice good 2-seam fastballs in on his hands.
That just barely missed outside. Felix wanted that pitch. That's the pitch you're not giving.
Right there, you can see on the tracer just off the plate away. 96 miles an hour.
So far, Adrian Johnson showing me he's got a pretty good idea of the strike zone.
He's definitely keeping it on the plate.
And a ground ball toward the hole, but backhanded there nicely by the first baseman Carp, and he underhands to Felix for out number 3. Easy 3rd inning for El Rey, the King. 3 up, 3 down, no score. Well, Montana's looking for some rally prize. Nice to have you folks from the state of Montana. Big Sky country. A strike right on the outside corner to Jamie Burke. You ever spent any time in Montana? I haven't.
I have not either. I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever been to Montana.
And down low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I know Bone. I know Jay Buhner spends a lot of time up there.
A lot of time.
Does a lot of fishing up there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a cabin up there.
Yeah, he absolutely loves it.
Two and one. First, Mariners got a catcher from Montana, Rob Johnson. Roll right to third. Easy play for Mr. Mark Reynolds. Time to give you the answer to our Aflac trivia question. There was a question. Best known for his work off the field, more than his 2 no-hitters. Certainly not in baseball, but off the field. I saw him in Cooperstown last year, Jim Bunning, the senator from Kentucky. Nice man. Ronnie Cedeno is the hitter now. Foul back. Had a perfect game in 1964, the first perfect game in the National League since 1880. Of course, there's been a perfect game since then. Randy Johnson threw one, for example. On 2 on Ronnie Cedeno. No word about Jose Lopez when he will be back. He's been told to take as much time as he needs to be with his very ill sister in Venezuela. Cedeno down on strikes. That's strikeout number 3. Ichiro fly ball to center field to start off the ball game. The Mariners and Pat Carr have teamed up once again for every RBI recorded this season. Pat Carr donating $100 to Page Ahead Literacy, a nonprofit organization that provides new books free of charge to at-risk children in Washington. And the Mariners thank Pat Carr for their continued partnership in helping enrich the lives of our youth in the Northwest. Ball 1 on Ichiro. One on one. And a line drive fair down the right field line into the corner. Justin Upton will dig it out of the corner. Ichiro's turning second. He'll head for third. The relay to third base is not in time. Ichiro's in there with a triple. Ichiro, the triple down the right field line. His 3rd triple of the year.
And it's the first hit for the Mariners in the ball game. It's a curveball. It's down out of the zone. Big, slow, looping curveball, just 71 miles an hour. And Ichiro hits it right down into the corner. Actually hit underneath the pad and stopped there. Didn't bounce back for up, and so he was able to get a triple out of it. A lot of times it'll just be a double.
Chris Woodward taking Steve Reich one. Fly ball to right field. Upton going back on the ball, and he'll get there in time, right near where the grass meets the warning track to end the inning. Ichiro's left at third base. When we come back and tell you about the 4th, there will still be no score.
AT&T Rapid Rewind. One of the most exciting plays in baseball, watching Ichiro with a triple. That was his third of the year. Dave Sims joining in with Mike Blowers. Happy Father's Day, my man.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Boy. And a happy Father's Day to everybody out in our viewing audience. Boy, it got here quickly, didn't it? Here we are, June 21st. You got Felix throwing a pretty good game here. There's a ground ball to Betancourt. And he'll throw across, and that retires Mark Reynolds. Felix with 4 strikeouts. Got a nifty double play. Woodward and Jamie Burke in the second inning. He's been on a heck of a roll here. 3-0, 2 no decisions in his last 5 games.
Well, you know, one of the things we were talking about, Dave, at the start of the game is the good ones. Typically, if you're going to get to them, you have to get to them early. Felix certainly one of the better ones in the league and has been, especially over the last month. And the Rays had some chances. I mean, the base is loaded with nobody out, and he gets out of it. Then he comes back the very next inning, strikes out 2 batters, goes 1, 2, 3, and then gets a quick out here in the 4th. So hopefully he's settled down and things will go a little bit easier for him the rest of the way.
Want to see the Mariners get moving here as they are at 500, as you know, 34 and 34. They were 30 and 30 a few days ago, 10 days ago. Swing and a miss by Power. Got an infield hit his first time up. Last time the Mariners a game above 500, they were 15 and 14 back on May 7. Their high water mark, they've been 5 games over 500 a couple of times this year. That was early going. Got away from Berkey. He's going to scramble. He's got no play. So a strikeout wild pitch.
Looks like another slider from Felix. Buries it in the dirt. Parra swings right over the top of it. Jamie can't keep it close enough to him, so he'll end up at first base.
Felix has to get out of this one. He's got 1 out and a runner on here. What a situation for the Mariners today, playing without their home run leader, their doubles leader, and 2-time Gold Glove third baseman, and their RBI leader. You got Jose Lopez still in bereavement leave, and their closer is going to get a day off because he's been overworked. But Don Wakamatsu had to get deep into the personnel chest here in this group of Mariners. There's Beltre, you know it's bad if Beltre's out because he's as tough an hombre as there is. That's his left shoulder when they had operated on during the offseason.
And you could see the big bandage, it looks like, compression wrap on Russell Brannon's forearm. There it is. Took a pretty good shot from a pitch last night.
Blue wristbands, part of our home run challenge. Prostate cancer research on this Father's Day. To Montero. Runner goes. He puts it in play. Woodward has 1 play over first. 2 down. Two outs here in the 4th. No score. 4 hits for the D-backs. 1 for the Mariners. That was the Ichiro triple. Here's Tony Clark. His base hit to right loaded the bases in the second inning. Felix was able to get out of it when Burns hit a quick ground ball to third baseman Woodward, who stepped on third and threw home to Burke to get the tag play on Parra. Tony, my guest in the pregame show on radio, said, hey, this career, not bad for a basketball player. Played at Arizona, University of Arizona at San Diego State. Played for Lute Olson over at Arizona.
You know, what is this, 15 years now for him in the big leagues?
A good run. Usually when you see a guy his height 6'7", gonna be a pitcher. Difficult for, you see guys that big, that tall, I should say. Most guys choose hoops. Three and 0. Certainly our tracer is going to represent a little bit larger area for a guy of Tony Clark's height. As he draws a walk, that's first of the afternoon for Felix Hernandez. He struck out 5. So Arizona with runners at first and second. Batting out of the 8 hole, the left fielder Eric Burns. Burns made a couple of nice plays in left field, a couple of line drives right at him. We had to come in and get him from Sweeney and Betancourt. Ball 1 there. For 3 for Bernsey last night, 2 for 7 on the series. Two and 0.
Felix looked good at the start of this inning. Gets a ground ball, strikeout. Jimmy Burke not able to handle it, and he ends up at first base, and then another ground out, but struggled with Clark, and now here he is in a 2-0 count with Burns.
Fouled off of, I believe, the home plate umpire got a piece of that one. 2 and 1. Adrian Johnson calling balls and strikes today. Seen Burns over the years, real personable young guy. He's done a lot of TV work, both in the Arizona area and nationally. Broken bat goes down to Woodward. He'll go short way, and that will do it for the inning as Cedeno makes a nice strong two-handed catch at second base. Bottom of the 4th coming up. 0-0.
July 17th and 18th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com.
Back at Safeco Field, scoreless battle right now as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mike Carp's second plate appearance here today. Walked his first time up, and this is Safeco Field debut. Second major league start. It'll be Carp, Sweeney, and Gutierrez here in the 4th.
For the people that haven't had a chance to see Mike play, one of the things you and I both have noticed right away in San Diego and even today in his first at bat is he's willing to take some pitches. He will work some counts.
Got a good eye. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That was part of the scouting report on him when he was called up. And so far, he's stayed right with it.
Fly ball center field. No problem for Parra. He gets back there in time. 1 out here in the 4th. Let's check out the Diamondbacks building to the future. Philippe Aumont promoted to AA, West Tennessee Diamondbacks. And with High Desert, 12 out of 14 save opportunities. Opponent sitting under 200. Good strikeout to walk. That is impressive. First round pick a couple of years ago by the Mariners. 1 out here in the 4th. Bring up Mike Sweeney, lined out to left, his first time up. Big hack. Strike 1. Sweeney. Big sacrifice fly. 7th inning yesterday. 1 for 3. He got the start yesterday, Junior. And his knee drain. Junior available today for pinch hitting duties. I like the way Davis unfolds out there. 6'4", just nice, easy, deliberate approach to everything.
Yeah, his wind up and delivery. A lot like the way he pitches, deliberate, takes his time.
He's in no hurry.
No. Missed with a couple of change-ups.
How about his 3 wins, 21 innings, not giving up an earned run. The other decisions, 8 losses and 3 no decisions. 63 2/3 innings. He's given up 35 earned runs. That's a 4.98 ERA. Sweeney's getting 3-1. On deck is Franklin Gutierrez, the center fielder, struck out his first time. Sweeney's aboard. 3rd walk issued by Davis today. Keep you abreast of what's happening in the American League West and the other games. Rangers down 2-0. Top of 5th. Rangers start today a half-game lead over the Angels, 3.5 over the Mariners. And that is a big one in from South Africa. That's the Confederations Cup. So they make up, they will advance. A 6-goal difference they made up. So the USA team will advance. Here's Gutierrez, a push bunt. He's aboard. Sweeney, though, is retired. It's played by Clark, 3-6.
It's a really good play by Clark, the veteran first baseman. He probably saw that Davis. You can see him fall off towards 3rd base. He was not going to beat Gutierrez to first. That would have been a base hit if he didn't go to 2nd. Nice play.
Gutierrez aboard via the fielder's choice. 2 down. Nice play by the veteran Tony Clark. Ballantine struck out first time. 1 for 4 with an RBI and had a big catch to end the game last evening. If you had to write his baseball card, what would you put on the back end of it right now?
On Ballantines?
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I'm not sure, because we've seen him play in spurts and we've seen him have power to all fields. Those things are clearly there. At times, last night he made a terrific catch to end the game, and then at other times it seems like he struggles a little bit out there. I think I would wait and see what's going to happen now that Chavez isn't going to be around. He's going to get a real chance to play every day.
It's certainly definitive, that's for sure. Hey kid, you're it.
Yep.
like to see him consistently hit the curveball so he can get back to a position where he can hit that fastball, because clearly he likes to take off on those.
Well, that's a great point. You see the move over to first by Davis. It's a great point, because I think sometimes, especially with a young player, a guy that's trying to impress, they get a little jumpy. They try to do too much. If he knows he's going to be in the lineup every single day, maybe he won't be in such a hurry, and he'll be willing to stay back and take some pitches and hit the ball the other way, because he has a pop to right.
Oh, remember with Cleveland 2 years ago, he muscled one out. That was early. That was early in the season. It was early season call up, I believe, at Cleveland. Was that the snow trip? I think it was. Might have been even a snow game.
I don't remember. I know it was in Cleveland, and it was way back.
Yeah. It was a money's worth shot. Down the line, foul.
I think, you know, it's a situation where I think the organization now is going to get an opportunity, and I think they're curious. You know, I mean, what can this kid really do? Can he play every day? Can he handle all different types of pitches? And the only way to find out is to run him out there on a daily basis.
Now, with the competition gone, shame Indy had to have that season in like that, but answers are going to come, that's for sure. Valentine hit 132 home runs in the minor leagues. Laid off of that. He had 25 for Inland Empire back in 05, 22 at San Antonio, 24 in Tacoma in 07, and 18 last year at Tacoma. 7 here with the big club. And he does have pop. Hit his second home run last night in the 4th inning. He's 3-2 here. So the Mariners now with 2 outs with that walk. Runners at first and second. Doug Davis has walked 4. Bring up Yuniescu Betancourt. Remember last night, Betancourt, runners at first and second, nobody out. As you called it, he had Ichiro on deck. So if he bunts, if he does bunt, they're going to walk Ichiro to get to Branyan, who's got the bad forearm having been hit. And Uni through the hole. Gutierrez got a good jump, being waved around. Here's the throw by Burns. It's not going to be in time. At third base, they got to play. And Valentina is out. But the run does score. The run does score. It's 1-0 Mariners on an RBI by Betancourt. With the base hit, Gutierrez scores. And then the runner at third, Valentine. You see on the right, Gutierrez scoring. Home plate umpire, Adrian Johnson. It is very close. And he's got his eye on both plays. The run scores and then the out. And then you'll see Adrian Johnson saying, yep, the run does score. As Ted Barrett punches out Valentine at third base, he's thrown out 7-5-6. Felix Hernandez with the run now. They'll face 9-1-2 here in the 5th inning. Ojeda, Lopez, and Drew. Ojeda struck out. Check swing back in the 2nd inning. Felix Hernandez is throwing some outstanding baseball. Take away that month of May where he went 1-3 with a 4.34. If you add his April and June, he's 6-0 with a 1.73. That hitting, breaking ball. Last 5 starts, impressive stuff. Look at that ERA, 0.72. 11 walks, 34 Ks. Opponent's hitting just 206. And you go back to that game where the Angels ran wild on him, going 5 out of 8. Got an earful from the skipper. Don Wakamatsu talking to Adrian Johnson, saying, "Hey, they make enough effort to get out of the way." Well, it wasn't certainly a major overt move to get out of the way.
No, but I think it was good enough.
Ojeda, 2 out of 3 in base stealing. Top of the order, here's Lopez. When you go back to that Angels game, Don Wakamatsu not pleased. Right now, that looks like a turning point in the season for Felix Hernandez. Throws over to Carp. Ojeda back safely.
I think in that game, it wasn't so much Felix's pitching. I think it goes back to what you're saying, the running game and his lack of effort to stop it or somewhat control it.
Valentine has to play. 1 down. I mean, they ran like the green light was up all day. 1 out here in the 5th. Final round of the Safeco Field Bracket Challenge is set. Hope to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Safeco Field by voting for the ballpark's most memorable moment. Watch the 2 remaining clips and vote for your favorite. The top moment's going to be revealed during the July 11 game, Mariners and the Rangers. Vote now at mariners.com/bracket challenge. Stephen Drew's the hitter. This is strike 1. He is struck out swinging and struck out looking. He is now 0 for 9 with a sacrifice here in Seattle. Another J.D. Drew, pretty good right fielder for the Boston Red Sox. That'll get out of play. And some fan is hearing it for dropping the souvenir. Second time this inning, a guy reached out to our left with his glove, reached across another, as they would say at Augusta National, a patron, and missed it. Ooh, Felix thought he had one there.
That's a good pitch. See all of them. The grouping of pitches right there on the outside corner.
One out, runner on. It'll take a pretty good lead. These Diamondbacks do a good job running the bases. They're 3rd in the National League in base stealing behind the Mets and the Dodgers. Felipe Lopez picked up a stolen base in the 1st inning. Ball and 2 strikes to Stephen Drew. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
So far, everything has been away from him. He hasn't tried to bury a slider. A lot of times he'll do that. That pitch well outside. That's a good fastball today, though, 96 miles an hour.
Swing and a miss. Drew is gone again. He is Cade now. 3 consecutive at bats.
And that was on the slider. A really good slider that time after all those fastballs away. Ends up swinging at a slider in the dirt.
Major League Baseball and People magazine recognizing Northwesterners Larry Davis, Leo McCarthy, and Sarah Slack for their outstanding work. They've made a difference in our community. Vote to send one of these community all-stars to represent the Mariners during the pregame ceremony at the 09 All-Star Game in St. Louis. Vote right now, mariners.com/people. And we're happy to have with us here in the booth Leo McCarthy of Butte, Montana. Leo, good to see you. Congratulations for your work.
Thanks, Leo. Appreciate it. Good to see you.
Good luck. Good luck. Hope you can make it to St. Louis. Yeah, it's like the old Judy Garland movie. Meet me in St. Louis, right? Be a good time for you. And Leo has started Mariah's Challenge in honor of his teenage daughter who was killed by a drunk underage driver. Mariah's Challenge encourages teens not to drink and promotes responsible behavior by adults. 2 outs here in the Arizona 5th, and a tough hitter here, Justin Upton. Felix behind, 2-0. Now 3-0 to Upton. He homered last night, leading off the 7th. On deck is Mark Reynolds.
With the way that Felix has pitched to Upton, he's the guy I think that he's circled on the lineup card today. He's been pretty tough on him.
Line drive off the glove of Betancourt, base hit. Boy, that thing was stung.
And you can see the reason why he doesn't want to give in to him. And Upton, they give him the 3-0 green light, and it's just a single, which is fine. Nice try by Betancourt. But on the 2-0 pitch, he threw him a slider. Typically, Felix will be more aggressive, but he's done that a couple times to Upton. Here, on a 3-0 pitch, he just goes right at him.
Good swing. 2 outs, runners at first and second for Arizona. 5th hit for the D-backs. They've picked up 1 hit in the first, 3 in the second. Double play got the Mariners out of the jam there. And that's their first hit since. Felix Hernandez. Pitch 81 coming up, 2 outs here in the 5th. Reynolds 0 for 9 in this series. Called strike. Another tough out here in Reynolds. Leads the ball club in runs, home runs, RBI, walks, and strikeouts, and stolen bases. Good player. Felix has got him 0-2. Outside, 1-2. 6 strikeouts, 1 walk for Felix this afternoon. Felix is ready. A 1-2 offer. Down to Woodward. To Cedeno. Force out. Inning over. So Felix shutout lives. Home 5th we go. It's 1-0 Mariners. Lindsay has a large order of rally fries. Mike, who are they going to?
Well, they went to a bunch of kids, and you can imagine. Their sign had something to do with their dad crying, and I figured we can't have that on Father's Day.
That's not going to work. And they get all their it's Felix Cap Day. Hold that sign up. That is right above us as Jamie Burke leads off. Put some work into it. Dad's name is Adam. There he is on the left.
4 pretty good sized boys. I bet they make short work of those fries.
Start the clock right now. 0-2 to Jamie Burke leading off the 5th. Dad on the left. 5 kids, 5 youngins. Burke pulls one foul past Bruce Hines. And there's Lindsay, and there's Lindsay's dad, Pierre Thierry. 30 years here at Safeco Field in the Kingdom. Keeping the peace, King County Sheriff. Ground ball to the third baseman, Reynolds. 1 out. We'll bring up Ronnie Cedeno.
See if the rally fries get the guys going and get a few more runs. Felix has thrown a terrific game today. I'd like to give him a little bit of insurance out in front of the 1 run that they already have.
And again, if you're just joining us, Mariners 11th in hitting in the American League, and today they're without Russell Brandon, their home run leader, Beltre, the doubles leader, and Jose Lopez, the RBI leader. Brandon's got a bad forearm, bad shoulder for Beltre, and Lopez still on bereavement leave. So right field, Upton gives chase. Wow, what a catch. Oh, baby. Wow. They outran it. I can see why he and his brother, BJ, two of the bright young lights in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, you're right. BJ Upton, his brother, one of the better center fielders in Major League Baseball. And Justin, man, good athlete.
Boy, that was impressive. Cedeno's thinking extra bases. Ronnie trying to break a big offer. He's now 0 for 15. This play by Justin Upton. Here's Ichiro. Really something watching Doug Davis unfold in front of you. That 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. Here it is.
Kind of puts you to sleep, doesn't it? As a hitter, you're standing up there.
Big hack by Ichiro, 1-1.
Ichiro hit a triple his last time up. Hanging breaking ball. He has a really slow curveball. The curveball that Ichiro hit was only 71 miles an hour.
Ichiro's 3rd triple of the season. And that gave him the team lead, breaking a tie with Rob Johnson. Here's your Quest high-speed pitch comparison. 87 for Doug Davis and Felix Hernandez at 96. Two outs in the 5th, 2-1 to Ichiro. Foot race. Ichiro, his 2nd hit. He's aboard with 2 outs, just like he was in the 3rd inning.
Davis gets off the mound in pretty good shape. Ichiro pulls a cutter. That's basically a swinging bunt. No play.
Ichiro staying in the box, too, going down the line.
The whole way. He's actually out on the grass on the other side.
Because he saw Davis coming over, yep. Ichiro's 1900 career big league hit. And he's stunned. He didn't know what all the noise was. They're going to put the ball out as Davis throws the ball over to the dugout for the Mariners. So Ichiro taking a bow. Fans on their feet here at Safeco Field. Rick Griffin being in charge of that milestone baseball. Chris Woodward is the hitter. Walking a fly out to right. Strike 1 to Woody. Woodward 2 hits last night. Unscored and a walk reached on an error. Made his Mariner debut on Friday. A couple of hits, a stolen base. Some nice plays in the field.
Ichiro is going to steal this base. He's going to have to guess right. Davis has a pretty good move over to first, and a lot of times on a left-hander that has a good move, as soon as he starts to pick up his foot, you just take off and hope that he planned on throwing to home, because it's going to be tough to read him.
Big curveball that misses, 1-1. Mariners run coming in the 4th inning. A Betancourt 2-out single. At least 22nd RBI this year. Checking that carp in his eye. Woodward very patient up at the plate as well.
And I think that's a key, especially when you're facing somebody like Davis, who's going to nibble and try to pitch on the edges of the plate. Try to get you. I think guys that are more aggressive, he'll probably have more success against.
Here's the move back. First base.
You look at his splits today, 78 pitches, 44 strikes, 34 balls, and that's what he wants. He wants you to try to swing at some pitches off the plate.
And Woodward straight away, not too deep. Line drive right field. Upton's right there, and that will do it for the Mariners here in the 5th. Ichiro gets aboard, and he's left at first base, 1-0 Mariners.
The Tracer is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Felix Hernandez, a 5-hit shutout working. He struck out 6, walked 1. He's going to face Parra, Montero, and Clark 5, 6, and 7 here in the 6th inning. Ball 1 to Parra. Reached on an infield hit. Also reached on a strikeout wild pitch. Count evens at 1-1 to Eduardo Parra. Breaking ball off the plate for a ball, 2-1. Mariners run on 3 hits. They've left 4. Swing. 2-2.
Throwing Parra a couple of really good changeups. Missing with his fastball and coming back with some good changeups.
Remember, pitching's put up a bunch of offers. These Diamondbacks 4-3 win on Friday, 7-3 win last night. Diamondbacks, 11th. Make that 15th in a 16-team National League in hitting. On deck hitter, Miguel Montero, the catcher. 3-2. Swing and miss. 7th strikeout. Hung up by Felix Hernandez.
We'll take a look at it. Throwing him fastballs inside that he missed with and came back with 3 changeups, and he swings right over the top of all of them. Gives you an idea of the confidence that he's pitching with when he's behind in counts to be able to throw his changeup. A lot of times guys that have the type of fastball that Felix has just keep pumping heaters in there, but he's changing speeds nicely.
Line drive. Ballantine is there. Nice scoop job just off the shoelaces. 2 down. Aggressively charging and making the play is Ballantine.
Nice play by Ballantine. Saw Eric Burns make a couple of these plays already for the Diamondbacks, so it's a nice jump by Ballantine. Comes in, able to catch just before it hits the grass. Nice play.
Ballantine got a chance to be the everyday left fielder for a long time this season. Andy Chavez done for the season. Best wishes, speedy recovery for Indy. Saw him on crutches today in the clubhouse, a smile on his face. 2-0. That's Chris Woodward. Body English in that one. 2-0 to Clark.
Looked like he was just trying to hold it in the air long enough for Ballantine to get there.
Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Chris has been around. Good to have him up here with the ball club right now. He's in Toronto. The Mets and the Braves. 2-1 to Clark. Long drive left field, going back. Ballantine. He's on the track. He's there, makes the catch. A 1-2-3-6 for Felix Hernandez. 1-0 Mariners with Karp, Sweeney, and Gutierrez coming up.
Mariners baseball on FSN is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment and dining destination.
Nice day here at Safeco Field. They did bring the roof to cover things up here with big clouds above here in Seattle. 1-0 lead for the Mariners. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers with you. It'll be Mike Karp to lead it off here in the 6th against Doug Davis. Good look at Davis's unfolding windup in front of you. 6'4" Californian. His 3 wins. He's yet to give up an earned run. His losses have been the flip side. 4.98 ERA and 8 losses and 3 no decisions. Pitch number 82 coming up. Carp 0 for 1 with a walk. Davis went 6 and 8 last year, 4.32 ERA. Mike Carp, base hit. His first Safeco Field hit. Good start to the 6th.
Take a look at the swing of Mike Carp. Nice job of staying with that pitch. It was down out of the zone. A couple of strikes on him. Ends up with a base hit.
How about the Rangers? They were being no hit by Barry Zito. Then Andrew Jones, a 2-run homer, tied it. There's Mike Sweeney. Strike 1 to Mike. He lined out to Eric Burns at left and walked. The big picture of this thing, Mike, at 34 and 34 with the hitting ills that this ball club has had, and the fact that they haven't picked the ball defensively as well as you thought, and they start the day 3.5 out. That's not too bad.
No, if you were to line those things up at the end of spring training, that's where you're going to be. You would think that it would be a miserable time for the guys, but on the flip side of that, their pitching has been terrific. Starting pitching has really done a nice job. All the guys out in the pen have pitched great this year.
And as we discussed, and everybody, their brother knows that follows America, that was a great unknown bullpen.
It was an unknown. In fact, one of the reasons why Brandon Morrow was thrown into closer roles because they felt like they didn't have one at the time, so he had to go out and become the closer. But the bullpen has been terrific this year, and the other thing too that they've shown is a lot of depth. You look at some of the guys that have been able to go and help them out. Not sure what you're going to get out of Jack Kabauskas out of the pen. He's been terrific. Sean Kelly, who's been on the DL, was great early, but then they call up Sean White, and he's been terrific.
Saw David Ardsman down there. He's been outstanding. Here's a foul ball off the bat of Sweeney. That'll get out of play. Let's check out our Firestone leaderboard along the lines of what we were talking about. Darren O'Day, best AL relief ERA. You got O'Day, Ardsman, Nathan, Sean White, Jonathan Papelbon, so 2 Mariners in that group, and that's an elite group.
You know, we've heard it from other clubs. All the guys, they shake their heads at the arms that they have to face out of the pen this year. We've seen Ardsman, he's been terrific.
Yeah, how about the attitude? I mean, John Wetland, 330 career saves. The World Series, there's John on your left. World Series won with the 96 Yankees. And Rick Adair, boy, first of all, the bullpen alone, that esprit de corps they have out there, they go through their regimentation every day. They literally march out to the bullpen, have a big a group huddle, and they are committed to what they want to do and committed to each other. It's really interesting to watch that happen. Rick Adair, Don Wakamatsu is always talking about their teaching staff, and mechanically they made a couple of changes. Some subtleties that have helped just about everybody out there. And the attitude has been the other big thing. Hey, boys were coming right after you. 2-2 to Sweeney with Carp at first. Reaches out, rolls over on one. There's Ojeda. Lopez back to Clark for the double play. A quick 2 down here in the 6th. This year's All-Star balloting. It's heating up. Be sure to vote for Ichiro Jr., Russell Brandon, and the Mariners. At Mariners.com/vote. Vote up to 25 times. You can win 4 tickets to an upcoming game at Safeco Field's All-Star Club, plus 2 autographed baseballs, one signed by Ichiro and the other by Jr. Vote now at Mariners.com/vote. Here's Gutierrez. Strike out and reach on a fielder's choice. Also scored the only run of the ballgame. I think the last guy that had such a deliberate, slow windup, particularly from the left side, is Doug Davis. drawing a blank.
I'm with you.
Remember from the right-hand side, remember Doug Jones, reliever?
Great changeup.
Yep. That's hammered. That's a clean base hit down the left field line. Burns gets over quickly. Gutierrez, an aggressive turn. Here he goes into second base, and he's there with a double. Franklin Gutierrez with his 6th double of the season. See if the Mariners can get him home with 2 outs.
Take a look at the swing by Gutierrez, and as soon as he hits it, he takes off right away, running hard. He knows that Burns can cover some ground in left field. He was probably going to cut that ball off, but very aggressive base running by Gutierrez to get himself in scoring position with 2 outs.
Here's an RBI opportunity for Ballantine. Strike out and walk to the up high from Davis. Ballantine's looked at some pitches today. He had a 3-2 count when he struck out in the 2nd. Walked on a 3-2 in the 4th. Popped it up, and it is playable. First baseman Tony Clark. Mariners are gone here in the 6th. They get Gutierrez the 2nd, and that's it. Mariners now have left 6 men on. It's 1-0 Seattle. Savings Bank, now more than ever. And by Les Schwab, celebrating over 50 years of pride and performance. Hey guys, happy Father's Day. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, and the FSN crew here at Safeco Field. 1-0 Mariners. Betancourt's 4th inning RBI standing up right now. Felix Hernandez struck out 7, walked 1. Somebody sent me a postcard at County Mack Stadium from Philadelphia, where I grew up. And every time I look at that baby, I get all those great memories, man. That is unbelievable looking at those pictures. Bouncing ball off the bat of Eric Burns. Woodward throws him out. We had that trip back to Baltimore recently, and I took a day off and went home to New York, and then trained down from New York to Baltimore, and going through Philly, seeing all the old haunts. It was really, it was cool. It was weird. It was, and then I went past the area where County Mack Stadium was, which is now a humongous, I guess some kind of revivalist church or something. And I can remember getting up first time. It was a big deal. First time I ever went to a game by myself with my boys. I was like 12, 13 years old, and thought, hey, wow, really, hey, big guy now. 13 years old going to Philly.
How'd you get there, Jeff?
So busing a subway.
Busing a subway.
Busing a subway. And I remember my mother was like, she was so happy when I got home. To be honest with you, I was scared to death.
Really?
Yeah, because certain parts of North Philly, you gotta be careful. Nice play, Ballantine. Vladimir Ballantine, ladies and gentlemen. Another fine play in left field.
That's 2 days in a row he's gone into the stands to catch the ball. Take a look at this play. Nice job. Finds the wall early.
And the guy almost Bartmanned him. But he stays in there. Get the glove out of the way. Come on. And then how about last night to end the ball game? He was determined, went up, and he got it. See, the key is when the Mariner guy comes towards you for a foul ball, you want to yield.
Well, last night you could see the people getting out of the way for him.
Clearly a different group. Hey, send him a ball. Come on. Felix working quickly. He's 1-1 to Lopez. Good looking breaking ball.
Felix now with 100 pitches on the day.
He is retired now. 5 in a row. A 1-2. Nasty pitch. Berkey applies the tag. Inning over. Felix dominating. For Felix Hernandez, his 8th strikeout. He's got a 1-0 lead. You're home safe. Good to have you with us on Father's Day. Felix Hernandez getting it done, 1-0. Let's summarize what we've seen to this point. How about Betancourt coming up big again?
Hit a big double in last night's game. He comes through with a base hit to drive in Gutierrez.
And the good news was that Gutierrez scored right before Ballantine was gunned down at third. Time now for a Coors Light freeze can. And here's what we're talking about, the timing. This worked out well.
Worked out terrific for the Mariners, and this is the reason why you always run hard when you're going home. You don't know what's going to happen behind you. And if Gutierrez hadn't run all the way through home plate, slowed up a little bit, maybe that play at third happens the tag, and then the run wouldn't count. So nice play by Gutierrez to run hard the whole way.
That's our Coors Light freeze can. I tell you, I know I have friends in the Mets broadcast, Gary Cohen and Ron Darling and Keith Hernandez. They are constantly talking about guys who do not bust it out of the gate. That is not, in my 2.5, almost 3 years here, that has rarely, if ever, happened with the Mariners. Guys always busted out of the gate, and he's one of them right here.
They always run, yeah, they run hard, and it's something that, again, you know, so many guys fly through the minor leagues now, but that's definitely something that when I was coming up, I learned real quick. Run. Run.
Don't stand there and look at it. Because you'll be looking at the game from the bench.
I was an A-ball, and Felipe Alou was my manager. Very fortunate to have him as a manager. Good man, good baseball man. That's what he talked about all the time. game may be 3 hours, but you're only going to have to run probably 4 times. Run hard.
It's a credo to live by, that's for sure. As a baseball player, 2-0 to Betancourt. Middle's wide open for him. He's driven in the only run. Great crowd here on Father's Day. 37,251. Two balls, 2 strikes to the Mariners shortstop. Here's an idea. Get Felix a couple, 3 more runs. Let him go the distance. Bullpen gets a day off.
That would be nice. I think he's probably going to need some help in the 9th. He's at 101 or 2 pitches now. So I'm sure he has another inning in him.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Strong performance by Hernandez. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Giving up 5 hits. 3-2 to Uni. Line drive. That's a base hit. Uni. He's hit the ball hard 3 times. He lined out to Burns and he singled twice to left field.
First base hit was a ground ball through the hole, and this is a nice line drive. 82 miles an hour, stays on it. It's like another cutter trying to go down and in on him.
Betancourt's 4th hit on the homestand. 4 for 10. There's Jamie Burke. He's twice grounded out to 3rd. Strike 1. A long look at Bruce Hines, the 3rd base coach. Bruce missed Friday's game at 102 degrees temperature as we look at Clay Zapata. So Doug Davis, left-hander for the Diamondbacks. This will be pitch number 102. High pitch count this season. 116. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Man, he is out. One out. Betancourt thrown out for the first time this season. He's now 3 for 4.
Well, we've seen Montero throw. If you give him enough time, he has a strong arm. He's out by a pretty good margin.
One out, 2-1 to Burke. Berkey, base hit, left center field. Now with 1 out, base runner first. Ronnie Cedeno and then Ichiro to follow. For Montero throwing out Betancourt, that's his 6th runner that he's thrown out.
Saw Woodward steal a base the other night. It wasn't his fault. He had a tremendous jump.
It's 2 today for Montero. That said it makes it 5. That's 7 on the season. Good for him. Daniel hit a line drive to right center field that was run down by Justin Upton back in the 5th inning. 1-1. 1 out, runner on. Ichiro's on deck. Ichiro's 2 for 3. Couple milestones, or a milestone with career hit number 1900 here in the big leagues. Was back in the 5th inning. Cedeno, foul ball. tries to break it 0 for 15. Generous dad flipping a ball to one of the youngsters down there. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Daniel tried to push bunt last night, 7th inning, but the pitcher was able to record the out, make the play. Throw out Betancourt at the plate. Down the line, that is a foul ball.
Well, that looked really close.
Sid Barrett's the third base umpire.
Bruce Hines thought maybe he had a little bit of action over there in the third base coach's box. He came running up right away. Good to see him back. He was ill. What was it, Friday night?
Yes, sir.
102 temperature. Good to see him back.
Passed him in the hallway. He did not look good. Rolls over on one. Hayda throws across to Clark for the out. Moving to second base is Jamie Burke. Top of the order, Ichiro. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Day off tomorrow. The Mariners Care charity golf outing tomorrow, and then the Padres come to town for 3, and then what a road trip at the Dodgers, at the Yankees, at the Red Sox. Stottlemyre Jr. No, that's AJ Hinch, the manager out there. Saw Mel today. Saw Big Mel today down in the clubhouse. He looks fantastic. Good spirit. Came to see his son Mel Jr. as a pitching coach here.
This looks more like a conversation of what does he want to do. The veteran Davis, how does he want to pitch to Ichiro? Does he want to pitch to Ichiro? Just put him on. AJ Hinch going out, finding out how he wants to approach it. You have the right-handed hitter Woodward on deck. Chris recently called up, so we'll see what they decide they want to do.
Woodward's flied out twice to right. Ichiro is flied to center, triple into the right field corner, and got an infield hit, and they're going to put him on. Not a surprise. So Ichiro, he leads the ball club now. This will be his 8th intentional walk. Next closest is Branyan with 5. I give the Mariners runners at first and second. Chris Woodward, great opportunity for him. Ichiro now tied with Justin Morneau. 8 intentional walks at the top of the American League.
Chris so far has walked and hit a couple of fly balls to right field.
Berkey, not the fastest runner at second. Good speed with Ichiro. Bouncing ball, shortstop. Drew and Ojeda, beg your pardon, throws over to Clark, and that will do it. Couple of runners stranded. But Felix going to have to keep the door closed here. He's got a 1-0 lead. And by Lithia, a better car buying experience starts at lithia.com. Roof extended here at Safeco Field, a 1-0 Felix Hernandez masterpiece. 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. He's stranded 7 on the afternoon. And right now, he's got the DH Stephen Drew leading off. It'll be Drew, Upton, and Reynolds, 2, 3, and 4 for Arizona. There are the numbers for Felix Hernandez. He tries to get his 8th win. 7-3, a 2.77 ERA entering today. Foul ball fielded by Lorenzo Bundy, first base coach. See if Felix can pin the golden sombrero on Stephen Drew as you get Olsen and Jakubowskis warming up. Drew is struck out, swinging, looking, and swinging. Little looper coming on his Ballantine, and he's there. Well, you see his confidence growing in left field.
Again, I think it's a situation for him where he just can relax and go play now and not have to worry about, well, if I go 0 for 3, I won't be in the lineup tomorrow.
Dude, you're in the lineup.
You're in the lineup. Do something with it.
Same kind of thing that Russell Branyan had. 6 putouts this afternoon. Same confidence that Russell Branyan they gave to him. Don't check the scorecard. You're in. Tough hitter here in Justin Upton. On a 3-0 count. Single to left back in the 5th inning.
Felix now at 106 pitches. I think it's worth mentioning again, Dave. We talked about it early in the ballgame, but Hardsman not available today. They're going to try to give him the day off. So it'd be nice if Felix can work his way through this 8th inning and Don Wakamatsu can decide at that point how he wants to run the 9th.
There's his numbers by the inning. I'd like to see that 7th inning, 7 pitches. So many times we see the Mariner hitters give a pitcher a 7-pitch inning. It's nice to see a Mariner pitcher turn in one of those.
And that's why Felix is back out there in the 8th.
Being careful with Upton here. Swinging again, 3-0, and he fouls one off. Upton's had a really nice series. 5 for 11. That includes the home run he had last night. 3-1. Upton's aboard. 1 out here in the 8th. Second walk issued by Felix Hernandez. One out, 1 on. Then I'll bring up Mark Reynolds. He's their power guy. Home run and RBI leader. Fouled off his foot. At Heights.
See if Felix wants to run another 2-seam fastball in there. A lot of times after you bang one off your leg like that, you're not real anxious to jump on the next pitch.
No. That 0-1. Went down and got it center field. Gutierrez turning his back. Not a good sign. It's gone.
Wow.
Boy, he went down and got that ball. Drove it out of here. 2-1 Arizona.
It looked like a breaking ball, maybe a slider down and out over the plate after he hit the pitch previous that was inside. I don't know what pitch he ends up getting. It looks like a slider. Take a look. Down and away. And I tell you what, you can see why he had 18 home runs coming into the game. I didn't think he hit that ball that well to fly out of here.
Especially in this ballpark?
In this ballpark to dead center field.
That is a major league poke. And a tough go. That's a pitcher's pitch that he hit. Felix Hernandez, he's done now. 1 out in the 8th and now trails 2-1. Fine effort. Garrett Olson's coming on. What happened here this afternoon for Felix Hernandez? Boy, he got up to a good start. A couple of strikeouts. He got out of a base loaded jam in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And then after that, he was on cruise control, really dominating this game. What a shame. 8 strikeouts for him in the game. Real shame. That last pitch I thought was a good pitch, too. That pitch was down that Reynolds ended up hitting out, but you can see the 8 strikeouts from Felix. Just really terrific.
I'm trying to remember the last time you saw a guy go hit a pitcher's pitch like that, down in the zone, a little bit away from him, front foot, and drive it 410.
Yeah, it looked like he was fooled on the pitch out on his front foot, but that ball's really carried.
Felix, there are his numbers, 112 pitches. It was a pitcher's pitch, too. That's
that's frustrating. That's a shame.
The boy's going to have to pick him up now. 1 out, 2 runs in. Here's Gerardo Parra. Foul ball. So Olson takes over. Twelfth game for Garrett Olson. Broken bat. 12th game for Garrett Olson. It'll be his 7th in a relief role. Parra with an infield hit and a couple strikeouts. Bouncing ball up the middle. Cedeno. Parra, 2 down. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Washington's Lotteries. Match 4. Giants 3-2 over the Rangers. Top of the 8th. Zito had a no-hitter going there for a while, but Andrew Jones broke it up with a 2-run homer. Giants, though, come back and regain the lead. Here's Miguel Montero, the catcher for Arizona. He's thrown out 2 would-be base stealers today. Got Woodward in the 1st and Betancourt in the 7th. 2-0. Garrett Olson's made 5 starts on the season. Started at San Diego 4 days ago. Popped up. Looks playable. Burke's under it. Makes the catch. And that'll do it. As Garrett Olson comes in, does the job. So now the offense got to take Felix Hernandez off the hook. Carp, Sweeney, Gutierrez coming up in a 2-1 Arizona lead.
The Tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. With this tracking information, we can show you where the ball crosses the front plane of the plate. Our system is accurate to within 1 inch. We then take this data and convert it to our EQC Tracer graphic.
Back here at Safeco Field, 2-1 Arizona. And for our home run challenge, the home run hit by Mark Reynolds, another $18,000 has been raised to support prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE or go online at www.pcf.org. So Mark Reynolds, right now that is the difference maker, his 19th home run, his 48th and 49th RBIs. We look at the new pitcher, Scott Schoenweiss. So Schoenweiss a couple of nights ago. Schoenweiss gave up a Russell Branyan home run leading off the 8th in a 2-2 pitch. Here's Mike Carp. There's the numbers on Schoenweiss. Been around most recently with the New York Mets. He was a teammate of Jared Washburn with the 2002 Angels World Series championship team. Up the middle. Lopez. And throws it away. Carp's going to get the second. Here's a break. Let's see if the Mariners can cash in on Jose Lopez's 8th error of the season. Felipe Lopez's 8th error of the season.
Take a look at it. Good play on the backhand. Makes the throw and just throws it too wide of Tony Clark, which isn't easy. He's 6'7", trying to stretch out to make the catch and keep his foot on the bag.
So Schoenweiss, that was the only hitter he was supposed to get. He can't catch a break here. He gives up a home run a couple of nights ago, and now on E4, the Mariners had the tying run at second base. Arizona on top of the Mariners have the tying run at second base. A Nissan shift to the bullpen brings us to the tallest pitcher in the history of Major League Baseball, 6'11", John Roush. Tell you what, with Roush 6'11", you got Tony Clark at 6'7". Reynolds is a big guy. So there's your front court. You got your 5-man in Roush, your 4-man, your power forward in Tony Clark. Reynolds could be your small forward, and then you got Upton in right field. And then Burns would be in there too. He'd be a good point guard for you. So Arizona could field a heck of a basketball team. This guy, 6'11", native of Louisville, Kentucky. Lives in Tucson now. Opportunity here for Mike Sweeney. Sweeney today's lined out to left. Walked and hit into a double play. Griffey Jr. starting to stir down there. He's available for pinch hitting duty. Swing and a miss. There was a time not that long ago, May 2nd, 02. Roush gave up 8 runs to the Mariners when he was a member of the White Sox. Mike Cameron hit first 2 of his home runs. 4 home run day for Kimmy, and he hit 2 of them off of Roush. Roush came up to the big leagues at 02, 2-1, 6.59 ERA in 8 games. He spent the last 3+ years with Washington.
Well, he's going at Sweeney with some hard sliders away.
2-1. 2-2.
Another slider.
Here's a guy you can run out there a whole bunch. Entering this season, he's made 247 appearances since 2006. He's tops in baseball. He's got the tattoo on the right side of his neck. He's coming downhill at you at 6'11", 2-2. So we got a piece of it. Third pitcher today. Sean Weiss gives up that E4. Doug Davis, 7 innings, 1 run. It was earned. 6 hits, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, 114 pitches, 64 for strikes. Roush came over to the D-backs last July from the Nationals for Emilio Bonifacio. Full count. On deck, Franklin Gutierrez. He doubled his last time up. That was down into the left field corner. Mariners down 2-1. Felix Hernandez on an 0-1 pitch. Runner on, 1 out, 8th inning. Gave up a 2-run homer to Mark Reynolds. Straightaway center field. Sweeney to center field. That's going to drop in. Clark being held up. Decent throw by Parra. So the Mariners in business. Runners at the corners, nobody out. So Mike Sweeney coming up big with a base hit. That was a good battle against Roush.
He just kept staying with his slider away, and Mike stays with this one, hangs in there just long enough and punches it back up the middle. You can see it was off the plate away. Nice piece of hitting. Too close for him to feel like he could take it. Gets a base hit. Carp making sure that the ball hits the grass before he takes off.
Franklin Gutierrez is the hitter. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Let's see how Arizona deploys its infield. Reynolds, Ojeda, Lopez, Clark in the infield.
They look like they're going to play for the double play, so they'll give up the tying run to try to get a couple of outs.
Roush comes set. First pitch. Showed bunt. 1-0. Hines going through the signs down there at third base. One 0. 2-0.
One of the other things in this series so far, the Mariners have done a nice job against the Diamondbacks bullpen. Starters have given them a little bit of trouble, but they've made some hay in the 8th inning in both the games so far. And here we are in the 8th again with another chance to hopefully have a big inning.
4-3 Mariners on Friday, 7-3 last night. Here's the 2-0. 3-0. How about this? A.J. Hinch on the left there. Here's skipper. Vladimir Valentin's on deck. Reno to Goody. There's strike 3 and 1. A.J. Hinch, former catcher with the A's, came down from the front office. Bob Melvin relieved of duties early May. Big pitch here, 3 and 1. Fouled off the catcher. Full count. Gutierrez coming off the outstanding series down at San Diego. 3 home runs down there. He's got 6 on the season. 3-2 pitch. Off the hand. Nice flip. There's one. Tie score. So Gutierrez put it in play. Mariners tie it at 2-2. Felix Hernandez off the hook. A fielder's choice, RBI. They get Sweeney at second.
Nice flip by Lopez. Rauch actually tipped that ball. Looked like maybe it was going to be a for sure double play. I don't think it would have made it up the middle, but because he slowed it down, they're only able to get the force out at second.
Coming home to score is Mike Karp. We got a 2-2 ball game. 1 out, runner at first. Valentin go deep last night in the 4th inning in an 0-2 pitch. Hit it into the Mariners bullpen for his second home run of the season. Fastball. Moves him back a little bit, 1-1.
Gutierrez getting a pretty good lead over at first.
He's 3 for 6 in base stealing this year. Ramon Tony Pena warming up. Backs him off, 2-1. Valentin's been busy in left field. He's made 6 putouts this afternoon. Love to check in with a big base hit here. Two and 1.
Gutierrez at first, getting a pretty good lead. It looked like on that last pitch he was leaning a little bit. Timing wasn't quite right, so he didn't go, but it looked like he wanted to.
Counts 2-2. Pretty good lead. See Gutierrez. It's to Valentin. Breaking ball popped up. Play. I got to play. 2 outs. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. And happy Father's Day to everybody. 2 outs here in the 8th. Mariners have tied it here at 2-2. Ken Griffey Jr.'s on deck. Betancourt can keep it going here. Uni's had a strong day. Lined out to left. Singled to left. Drove in a run. And singled to left again. Couple of hits yesterday for Betancourt. Runner goes. Off the end of his bat.
Gutierrez had a good jump that time too. I think that you got to try to steal it when you have 2 outs. Yeah, really good jump on. I think it was a slider to run on. It would have been a tough pitch for Montero to try to throw him out.
Montero's 2 for 2 today. Throwing out base runners. Ball a strike to Uni. Inning started with Carp reaching on an error by the second baseman Lopez. Base hit Sweeney. And Sweeney's eliminated. 1-4-6. Runner scoring as Carp tied it at 2. There's a base hit to right. Gutierrez going to make the turn for third. He's going to make it easily. First and third, and listen to the ovation that's going to come up right now with Ken Griffey Jr. coming out the pinch hit for Jamie Burke. 2-2 ball game. Bottom 8, 2 on. The junior providing all kinds of electricity Friday night. And A.J. Hinch all but sprints out of the dugout, signaling, I got to have a left-hander right now. Clay Zavada is going to be the new pitcher as the drama builds. Let you savor it just a little bit as we take a timeout in a 2-2 ball game. Revisit Friday night heroics. Ramon Pena on the mound. Griffey, first pitch, gone. 2-run homer. Ties the ball game at 3-3. Career home run number 618. What a moment that was. Place went absolutely nuts. Mariners with 64 home runs this year. The next home run's going to be number 5,000 in career history. Junior has 8% of that total with 405. Base hit, though, will get the job done. 2-2 ball game. Flash bulbs popping. Ball one.
I think a lot of dads that are here that enjoyed Junior back in the day when we were in the Kingdom, now here sharing an experience with their kids.
Ken Griffey Jr. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. Boy, he was fooled on that. 1-2. Junior had his knee drained yesterday. Sitting on 618 career home runs. 2 outs, 2 on. Lead run at third. Breaking ball. Hit to left field. Burns has it under control. A step shy of the track. The Mariners are turned away from taking the lead, but they do tie it here in the 8th inning. And we go to the top of the 9th, tied at 2. By Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking. Happy Father's Day. Great crowd here. 37,251. Mariners gave up the lead, top of the 8th. Come back and tie it, bottom of the 8th. To the visiting 9th we go. And the new pitcher for the Mariners, third of the day, is Mark Lowe. With 7 holds. 3.69 ERA, 260 batting average against, 23 strikeouts over 15 walks. Garrett Olson, 2/3 of an inning. After that was in the 8th, after Felix Hernandez gave up the 2-run homer to Mark Reynolds. Rob Johnson takes over behind the plate for Jamie Burke. Fouled off by Tony Clark. Bottom third of the order here for Arizona. Clark, Burns, and Ojeda, 7, 8, 9. Betancourt sets and throws, and Clark is gone. One play. One down, one down. Nice play by Betancourt. Take a look at Tuesday's starter. We look for Garrett Olson. Only threw 5 pitches today, so he'll be available for Tuesday against Chad Godin.
That was a really nice play by Betancourt. That's being aware of who's hitting the baseball. A lot of times when he goes to his left, he'll do the little throw off balance, but because he knew it was Clark, doesn't run well anymore. He's able to set his feet and make a strong throw to first.
One out for Eric Burns, 0 for 3. Good heat. 1-1. Two and one to Eric Burns, the left fielder for the Arizona Diamondbacks. In and out of the glove of Rob Johnson. 2 balls, 2 strikes. D-backs from here. They're off tomorrow. Be home from Texas for 3 and the Angels for 3. Wrap up their side of interleague play. Breaking ball and a beauty. He's gone. 2 down.
Terrific pitch by Mark Lowe. Sets it up with some really good fastballs. 96, 97 miles an hour on his fastball. And throws a slider that ends up in the middle of the plate. And Burns just locked up and can't get a swing off. Good pitch.
Quick 2 outs here in the 9th. Augie Ojeda. Augie struck out, hit by a pitch, and fouled out to the left fielder, Valentine. Ball and a strike. When looking ahead to the Mariners' home 9th, Cedeno, Ichiro, and Woodward. Two and one. An up and down year for Mark Lowe. And now trying to keep the score right here at 2-2. So he's 3-1. Does not want to lose Ojeda because that'll turn the order over and get back up top to Lopez, Drew, and Upton, and those guys. The outside corner. His home plate umpire Adrian Johnson. Ojeda has another opinion, which does not count right now. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Lowe with 2 outs. Line drive left field. That's a base hit. Valentine gets it back. Here's Ojeda going for 2. He should be meet. Oh, he's in there safely. Good hustle by Ojeda.
Kind of a strange play when Ojeda gets a base hit into left field. It looks like Valentine is going to have a play. It squirts away from him a little bit, and you can see the great slide by Ojeda. Body to the outside, making Cedeno come all the way back around, trying to apply the tag and hit his hand, and his hand clearly is by him. Nice play by Ojeda. Valentine over on the other side. That ball was running away from him. The left-hander slicing it from him. Strong throw into second.
Top of the order, and here's Felipe Lopez. Cedeno had to reach for it as he's coming back in. He reached for the runner. If he put the glove in, it's easier said than done. right at the bag, he might slide right into it.
Yeah, you're right. It is easier said than done. It's because of the short hop that he had to pick it that kind of messed him up where he was at. So he knew the base was behind him somewhere. He just couldn't reach far enough back.
And he barely had a handle on it, too. He might have had it knocked out of his hand. But Lowe's got to get Lopez.
All the Mariner outfielders have good arms, so on a base hit, they will have an opportunity to possibly throw Ojeda out at the plate.
Valentin leads the ball club with 3 assists. Ichiro's got 2. Gutierrez has 1. Ball and a strike to Felipe Lopez. 1 for 4, couple strikeouts. There's a called strike 1 and 2. Lowe had Ojeda 3 and 2. He's got Lopez 1 and 2 now. Lead run at second base. 2 down. Here it comes, the 1-2. Strike 3 called, inning over. Wow, good pitch. Mark Lowe got out of what could have been a very dicey situation. Now to the Mariners home ninth. It'll be 9-1-2. Cedeno. On Friday, July 10th, the Mariners host the Rangers, and the first 20,000 fans pick up the first of 2 classic Mariners TV commercial DVDs presented by FSN. This one-of-a-kind DVD consists of the commercials produced from 1994 to 2002 and features some of the best of Edgar J. Jr. and more. Don't miss out, because these DVDs will not be sold in stores. For tickets, visit mariners.com/DVD. Good stuff there. Rally caps are on and ready to rock here in the 9th inning. Ronnie Cedeno to lead it off against Clay Zavada. In at the corner is Mark Reynolds. Ball 1. Mariners 2 runs on 10 hits, no errors. 2-7-1 for Arizona. Cedeno today 0 for 3. It has been a struggle. He's 0 for his last 16. How about this? 3-0.
Yeah, Cedeno's taking these pitches all the way. Zavada knows that. Having a tough time finding the strike zone so far.
There's a strike, 3-1. One pitch. He's aboard. Good start. 9th inning. Brings up Ichiro. A winning run at first base. The Mariners continue interleague play this Tuesday. Adrian Gonzalez and the San Diego Padres come to town for a 3-game set. Game 1 coverage gets underway at 6:30 p.m. on FSN. And FSN HD, pitching matchup, Garrett Olson against Chad Gaudin to open up that series. Ichiro, fine day, a triple in the 3rd, infield hit in the 5th. It was his career hit number 1900 as a big leaguer.
Not much of a move to first base. Ichiro didn't show anything as far as whether he was going to bunt or not.
Here's a strike. Ichiro with 5 home runs on the season. Last one came on the 31st of May against the Angels. That was in Anaheim. He's got the power to get it out of here. Goes the other way. It's not like he broke his back. There's an 0-2 hole. New weapon. Mariners right fielder. Potentially walked back in the 7th. 2 for 3 day. Best baseball stash since Mr. Fingers.
I think so. I'll tell you what, if there's a ball hit to the left side, it's going to be tough to turn it. It is anyways with Ichiro, but second baseman Lopez, usually you cheat towards second base a little more than that. He has a long ways to go to get to second base if the ball's hit on the left side of the infield.
That's a gap room in left center as well. 0-2. Let's see. Foul ball. Foul ball. Or maybe Adrian Johnson was going to say it hit him.
It looked like he was looking at Ichiro to see what his reaction was going to be. Yeah, that went off the barrel of the bat right there.
Oh, 2. Upstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. Mariners going for the sweep. Trying to get a game above 500 for the first time since May 7th. They were 15-14. Here's the 1-2 throw over to Cedeno. 6th time this year the Mariners have been at the 500 mark. Most recently, the 11th of June, they were 30-30. Now 34-34. The 1-2. Did not go, says Ted Barrett. 2-2.
Take a look at it, see if Ichiro's able to hold up. Carried his hands a long ways, but looked like he kept the barrel of the bat back.
Skirting the line, 2-2.
Maybe you were talking about the Mariners in 500 record, kind of hanging in there. I'll tell you what, they've earned it. They played in a lot of close ball games this first half of the season.
One the other way, fouled off.
It's an experience as a group that hopefully will serve them well going into the second half of the season. But these guys have played a lot of tight games, a lot of one-run games.
17-13 in one-run decisions. And remember, last year they went 18-30. That is a huge turnaround. 2-2.
See why Lopez is cheating over now. Not too close to second. They just keep pounding him inside with fastballs, going with their scouting report, trying to stay inside. So they're trying to plug the hole up on the right side as much as they can, even though Cedeno's on first.
2-2. Pitch number 9. Will it be a good one here for the Mariners? 2-2. He's fighting him off pretty good. That's amazing.
It was a high breaking ball. The last pitch didn't look like it did much. Fooled Ichiro a little bit, picking up the spin of the ball, but it just didn't break.
Zavada's got to be flipping out there now. Throwing good pitches up here, and he's just giving out souvenirs left and right. That was pitch number 11. Some at bat. How much of a lead by Cedeno? Split screen. The 2-2. Broken bat. Ojeda throws across. Ichiro didn't get him. First and second. You knew that was going to be tough. Third hit of the ball game for Ichiro. Boy, he's amazing. First and second, winning run, 90 feet closer.
Well, he really battled in this at bat, fouling off a lot of pitches. This last one really jams him and breaks his bat. Ends up breaking 2 bats in the AB. And beats the throw out by Ojeda, the shortstop. They have Woodward up there, recently called up, so Bruce Hines is going to go talk to him to make sure he's clear on what he wants him to do. You'd think he would bunt in this situation, move the runners up. You have great speed and Cedeno and Ichiro on the bases. Woodward runs well.
To the Mariners, they won 4 of the last 5, 6 of the last 10, trying to get a sweep here against Arizona. Woodward's the hitter, 2 on, nobody out. Winning run at second. Foul ball. Daniel got a great jump.
Well, Woodward did the right thing as far as the direction. You want to bunt it firmly to third base, make the third baseman Reynolds come in and field it so that Cedeno can basically walk into third base. It doesn't have to be necessarily a perfect bunt down the line. You just have to keep it away from the pitcher and bunt it firmly and make Reynolds come in and field it.
It's a ball, 1-1. Mariners trying to eke out a win. Again, without their home run leader, the doubles leader, the great third baseman Adrian Beltre. Brannion's the home run leader. Ardsma, the closer, getting a day off. And Lopez still in bereavement leave. He's their RBI leader.
Well, Hayda did a good job of keeping Cedeno close to second base. The problem is it leaves the middle of the infield wide open.
Bunt down the line, but foul again. Keep it on?
I would keep it on.
Mike Carp's the on deck hitter.
The thing you have in your favor now is the defense isn't real sure if it's still on. They were pretty sure, being very aggressive, and now they're going to have to lay back just a little bit just in case they take it off.
Peeled out at first. Jim Joyce said he did not offer. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Last pitch was up out of the zone. Take a look at it. Whoa, that was close.
Sure was. Winning run at second base. 2 on, nobody out. Got it down foul, and Woodward's gone. Strikeout, 1 out. So now if you're Arizona, play back for 2 and you can get out of it. Hope that Mike, from the Mariners standpoint, hope that Carp gets something, get a base hit. Put something in a gap here. That execution did not work. Carp in his Safeco Field debut, he's walked, flied to center, singled to right, and reached on an error by the second baseman Lopez and scored the tying run in the 8th inning.
Makes it a little bit tougher to even think about stealing third in this situation too, with the left-handed hitter up there.
Breaking ball for strike. Swing and a miss by Carp. Here's a 299 hitter down at Tacoma. 10 home runs, 32 runs batted in. He's in an 0-2 hole. Daniel walked to start the inning off. Infield hit for Ichiro. Woodward could not get the bunt down. That's where we are now. Just joining us. Breaking ball. Hit to Tony Clark. Runners will advance. Clark takes it himself. 2 outs. Now the veteran Mike Sweeney. Got a base hit to center field. Last time up on a 3-2 pitch.
You'd think with right-handers hitting behind him that they'd make a pitching change here. Looks like they're going to walk Sweeney. Load him up, help the defense out, make a force out at all the bases.
So an intentional walk coming here to Sweeney. Whoa, how about that? Talk about getting away from him. Nice play by Montero. I'll leave it up to Franklin Gutierrez. A strikeout, reached on a fielder's choice, scored in the 4th. Doubled to left in the 6th and reached on a fielder's choice in the 8th. There comes the skipper, A.J. Hinch. So that'll do it for Zavada. Bringing a right-hander. It's going to be Chad Qualls. 2-2 ball game in the 9th at Safeco. Remind you that Sue Bird, Lauren Jackson, and the Seattle Storm's 10th anniversary season continues later on today on FSN. It's going to be a battle of the top two teams in the WNBA's Western Conference. As Seattle takes on the Phoenix Mercury. Live coverage begins today at 5 only on FSN. The new pitcher is Chad Qualls, right-hander. Began his big league career in 2004 with the Houston Astros. Second year with Arizona. There are his numbers. 6'5" right-hander out of Lomita, California. Lives in Redondo Beach, California these days. Gutierrez, 2 outs, bases loaded. Swing and a miss. Rudy with a chance to win it here. Daniels the winning run at third base. Way outside, 1-1. Fifth pitcher used today by Arizona. A.J. Hinch and the D-backs trying to avoid getting swept. Base hit will get it done here for the Mariners. 1-2 strikes. Wakamatsu wants to get a W right now. One and two. Good dig by Miguel Montero.
All 4 pitches to Gutierrez have been away from him. Stay out over the plate. Try to do too much. The shortstop Ojeda's playing over towards the hole, so he has a gap up the middle. He can stay on one of these pitches away from him.
2-2. We'll get out of play.
Good piece of hitting right there. That was a really good pitch. Down and away. Borderline strike. Too close to take.
Mariners at 534-34. Who would have thunk it? Three of the big offensive guns gone. Injuries. Lopez on bereavement leave. The 2-2 to Gutierrez. Bouncing ball, third base. Reynolds stumbles, throws. Guy dropped it. Game over. Holy mackerel.